Good day, and welcome to our presentation on teaching sustainability. My name is Joe Serrani, and I'm presenting today with my colleague, Alex Nani. Today, we'll be telling you about our approach to teaching sustainability in the English language classroom. We hope that you'll find some of this information useful and applicable to your own context. Alex and I are instructors at the Preparation Center for Languages and Mathematics at Mahidol University International College. We are located in Salayat, Thailand, which is just outside of Bangkok. As everyone knows, Thailand is a member of ASEAN, and later this year, ASEAN will be forming the AEC, the ASEAN Economic Community. As the name implies, this will create an economic community to strengthen the region and promote development. However, the AEC has a stated goal to promote sustainability in all aspects of life as well. The Asian region has developed rapidly over the last 20 or so years. This has created major environmental damage and social upheaval on a very widespread scale. Given this context, teaching about sustainability is crucial for the future of the region, and it's something that we try to apply in this course and project. As you can see on the slide now, this program includes more than just teaching English. The program also must foster students' ability to be self-reflective and responsible learners, as well as stimulate their curiosity about the wider world. And that leads into the program objectives. So while the majority of the course is focused on students acquiring academic English skills, we also tackle this through complex issues, current global events, and specifically global issues related to society, the economy, and the environment. And these are exactly the aspects that are included in the triple bottom line. In the upper intermediate level courses, we use the TBL Framework as the basis for raising awareness of and teaching about business sustainability. The reason why we use the TBL Framework, coined by John Elkington, is because there has been a lot of material written about it, and it has been applied in various case studies, which means that our students have many resources to consult, to research, and to compare and contrast, which becomes very valuable for them when they are exploring this issue and creating their own meaning. The TBL framework is useful in a number of other ways as well. It clearly illustrates the importance of all three aspects for a company's performance. And most importantly for our students, it emphasizes stakeholders' interests, meaning that our students investigate a company's impact on society at large, including consumers, employees, and various other workers in a company's supply chain. So we're not only looking at shareholders and owners of a company, or even just the employees. We're looking at all of society. The project begins with the research phase. During this phase, students are provided readings on the triple bottom line and each individual aspect. They also explore issues related to business ethics and the history of the environmental movement. From here, students continue their research more or less on their own. They investigate a company through the lens of the triple bottom line, exploring their profitability as well as their impacts on society and the environment. Through their research and classroom discussion, students are guided to an understanding of sustainability. Next, students analyze sources. They are required to read and evaluate company reports and their website, but are made aware of the issues of greenwashing. Furthermore, they are required to find third-party sources, and all of these sources must be analyzed for credibility. Once students have gathered and analyzed their sources, they begin outlining their term paper. Teachers then provide scaffolding for students in the form of a suggested outline. However, students are encouraged to organize the paper as they best see fit and according to their research. Each student is assigned an advisor for the term paper who they consult with on each draft of the outline and the ensuing term paper. After writing multiple drafts of the term paper, students receive feedback from their advisor before submitting a final draft. From this, they present their research, where they focus on the most interesting aspects of the company and their development of their understanding of sustainability.
As Joe mentioned, the mission statement of our Language Center includes more than just improving students' English skills. This project provides ample opportunities for students to practice their language skills in reading about the various topics, in discussing these topics in class, in negotiating about the meaning of different complex ideas. Students are able to develop their academic vocabulary as well as business specific vocabulary that will serve them well in their future studies. They're able to learn to do autonomous research and to evaluate sources. They learn other key academic skills such as essay organization, outlining, drafting, and the writing process. They develop their presentation skills and their confidence to speak publicly. Their critical thinking skills are also developed as they engage with real world problems, real world issues such as the sustainability of various companies. And finally, the major focus of this project, students develop their environmental and social awareness. As Joe explained, this is a period of growth, of economic expansion for Thailand and for Southeast Asia. And in order for this growth to be sustainable and to be equitable, it's important that tomorrow's leaders have some awareness of these issues. The specific approach that we've chosen to teaching sustainability in our program is project-based learning. In 2000, Thomas published a very thorough literature review in which he concluded that there are 5 key criteria that must be met in order for something to be project-based learning. First of all, centrality. That is, the project must be central to the course. It cannot be peripheral. It cannot be merely for enrichment. In our case, this course is based around the sustainability project. Therefore, this criterion is met. Second is the criterion of driving question, which stipulates that the project must include a question that will lead the students to engage with key issues in a field. So in this case, students are given the driving question of whether a company is sustainable. In order to answer that question, they have to engage with the meaning of sustainability, as well as the extent to which economic expansion is compatible with environmental protection and the well-being of the various stakeholders in society. The third criterion is constructive investigations, and according to this criterion, students engaging in project-based learning need to create meaning for themselves. That is, they need to engage in higher order thinking, they need to synthesize, not only regurgitate information that they have found in their reading and in their research. The next criterion is autonomy, which stipulates that students need to have some freedom to complete this task in the way they best see fit. In this case, students are given a driving question, but they go out and they find their own sources in order to answer the question. In a project with higher autonomy, students could be given the freedom to choose the driving question. However, because of time constraints, we choose the driving question for the students in this particular project. The fifth and final criterion is realism, meaning that the question, the central issue that students are engaging with, should be realistic. It should not be overly academic. Furthermore, students should have a real audience. In this case, students are not sharing their work with the wider community, so the realism is somewhat limited. That being said, students do share their work with their peers, so they do have a real audience beyond the teacher. This brings us back to this scene on campus at Mahidol. Scenes such as this one that juxtapose tradition and modernity are increasingly common in Thailand and throughout Southeast Asia. These scenes raise questions of how best to balance tradition with progress and to balance economic growth with environmental preservation. Thailand and other countries in Southeast Asia, with their long histories, beautiful cultures, and diverse ecosystems, have much to lose as well as much to gain in the current push for development. It's our sincere hope that we can do our part to prepare our students to meet these challenges. Thank you for listening to our presentation about teaching sustainability in the language classroom. We'd appreciate any input that you might have, and we hope that aspects of this will be applicable in your context. Thank you and goodbye.